I'm happy to be back. Really, like last Thursday, it was pitiful, guys. 7 o'clock morning, I'm laying on the beach, the sun's up, the wind and the ocean. Man, this is so depressing. But no, really, as sad as it is, it shows how much of a freak I am. I was like, I wonder what they're doing right now. Man, I wonder who else there. I wonder what music they're doing. I wonder what Ben's preaching about. I was like, hey, I need to just chill and stop this. But I really am happy to be back, and honestly, I feel like getting away. I almost have a notebook full of messages right now, and I just don't know when to preach them. So I guess we'll start tonight with one of them. So if you guys will show us some scripture. All right, I'm not going to read much at all now. All right, guys. We'll pull this from you guys. The famous part of this little part of the passage is when you always hear about people talk about whenever they say, if someone slaps you, you must turn the other cheek. That's what I've always heard of it. But Matthew 5 says this is Jesus talking. This is, if anyone forces you to go with them 1 mile, go with them 2 miles. Simple enough. Okay, so now what we're going to talk about in just a few minutes is this. The second mile. You guys will bow your heads, let's pray. Lord, I thank you so much for this night. Lord, I thank you for every person that's here, Lord, and I really know we're all here for a purpose. Nobody's here by accident, God. You didn't bring somebody here for no reason. There's a word in this for somebody, God, and I hope that you make sure they get exactly what they need, Lord. Let me just hide behind your cross. Let this not be about you, and just let us lead her closer to you and more like you, Lord. Just let us make sure that when this night's over, we know you better. That's what it's all about, guys. Give these next few minutes to you, and just let us forget about all the distractions in our lives. Let us forget about everything that's going on outside these walls, Lord. Just focusing on you for just a few minutes. We love you, and we thank you. In Jesus' name we pray. Everybody said? Amen. Amen. All right, the second mile. So I read this, I was like, what's it even talking about? So apparently there's people that's actually smarter than me when it comes to the Bible. I know it's hard for me to believe it too. But so I done my research and started reading about it. And apparently, at this time, in this day, there was a law that if a Roman soldier was to come up to you, and anything he asked you to do, you were, by law, you had to do it for up to 1 mile. So a good example of that is if you think about whenever Jesus is going to the cross, and they beat him so bad that he can't physically pack his own cross anymore. They call the guy to pack his cross for him. That's what it's talking about. It says that up to 1 mile you must do whatever they ask you to do. Then the scripture tells us on the other side, it says if they ask you to go 1 mile with them, go 2. And that made me scratch my head and I started thinking about it because I feel like that goes against everything we stand for as a culture, everything we know and do. Here's how it works in today's society. Let's be honest about it. We do as little as we can. What the littlest we get by with, and that's all we do. We don't go any further. We have terrible work ethics. We do just enough to get by. We all know that there's people that we go to school with or we work with that do the very little they can do, the least they can do, and not get fired or get and fail a class. That's all they do. They don't go the extra mile. They don't do anything besides just the little bit they got to do to make sure they get by. And just a side note, you guys are young. You guys are all like, ooh, I'm in love with people. I mean, how many of you guys are looking at people that do not want to be your mate? Instead of worrying about who his eyes are blue, ask yourself a question: how's this work at? Because here's how it works, guys. 2 scenarios. This person, somebody you're going to spend your life with. Either A, they're going to provide for you, or B, they're going to be part of a team where you guys have to provide for each other. And if the guy really lay around and play, Xbox and eat Cheetos all day, and so you can tell by work ethic, guys. Check work ethic.
Woo! Yeah, sir.
Like with him, it's like, I'm supposed to have some work ethic, guys. You need somebody with some work. And you see that through different things, work, the church, but as a society, we know we're in a place where we have a very do as little as we can and get by with an attitude. And the problem is, I feel like that kind of goes over in the ministry. It kind of goes over into living as Christians sometimes. And we do the exact same thing when it comes to church. We do the exact same thing when it comes to following Jesus as, all right, I'm going to do as little as I can get by with. I'm going to do right with what I have to do, then I'm just going to stop that. And just to kind of make this all make sense, we'll call that first mile Christians, okay? So the way that works is first mile Christians do what they have to get up to that point. They do what they have to get, what they're called, like the stuff like. And don't get me wrong, before I even go any further, the first mile is important. Without the first mile Christians, you can't go to the second mile without the first mile. The first mile is definitely important in our lives. But we find people that get stuck in that. You get stuck in that first mile. Like, oh, I go to church. I'm there every Thursday. I go to the ministries. I started the ministry. That's all first mile stuff, though. That's all stuff where you feel like you do just enough to get in. You pray, but you only pray whenever you're at church. oh, I have a a relationship with Jesus. I pray every at church. That's not how it should be, guys. That's not what it's called for. Like, are you doing it one way or you're just a woman? Or you saying, oh, well, every Sunday I raise my hands. Or are you one of those people that find yourself getting crazy and you're worshiping in your room? Here's the thing, guys. I'm gonna be honest with you. You shouldn't need Leslie or Kelly or Lindsay to be playing music for you to celebrate Jesus. You shouldn't need them to get you excited. You should be in your room with some music going and raise your hands and praise God. You shouldn't need somebody always there, guys. If you fall into a trap where you're like, oh, I'm doing this enough, that's First Mile Ministry. And the best example I can give for this, and this is me not boasting of myself, but this is not me at all, it's just the church that God blessed me with, is the way the church, Journey Christian Church, does like their Thanksgiving thing. Here's how it works. So they decided they're going to have a dinner for the less fortunate, the people that are needy, people that need a meal. Well, here's the thing, guys. That's not groundbreaking. That's not nothing new. That happens basically. Any church that has a pantry is more than likely going to have a meal for people. They're going to set up and they're going to cook for people, and that's awesome. Like I said, First Mile Ministry is needed. These people need to be fed. But here's where the difference comes in. Because it turns into just a soup kitchen. They're basically standing there. The person comes up, you give them the food. They thank you for it. You feel good about yourself. You can say, oh, you know what, look at me. I'm awesome. Look at me helping people out. I'm doing what I have to do. Being a good little Christian boy, look at me. But the difference is, the way Journey does this, and like I said, all the glory to God, because he has incredible people that run this church, guys. It's insane. But, they sit in that same line. Give them that plate. The food gets cooked. They hand that plate to somebody. But here's where the difference comes in. The person puts that stuff in the plate. What they do, they get another plate. They put more food in it. They take that plate. They walk over right next to that person and sit down next to them and eat with them. They have conversation with them. Because here's the thing, guys. You can give somebody lunch. That's First Mile Ministry. You can give somebody love. That's Second Mile Ministry. You can go to Second Mile, guys. You go understand. Oh, I'm going to pray for people when I'm at church and a lot of people's looking. Can you pray for your friends or just you two in your room at night? Can you pray for somebody whenever nobody else is going to give you praise for it? That's Second Mile Ministry stuff, guys. It's easy to do the First Mile, but here's the thing about the First Mile. It's kind of crowded. Everybody's willing to do that much. Everybody's all for doing this much, and that's what they feel like they got to do. The Second Mile is where you make that difference, guys. The Second Mile is where change comes. Because we're never going to find the change we want in the First Mile. And here's the thing about it. We got to decide in our own lives. What mile of a Christian are you going to be? Are you going to be a First Mile Christian? Or are you going to do what you feel like is you have to do to still be, oh, I go to church, I know what I have to do. Or are you going to decide yourself you're going to be a Second Mile Christian? Because here's the thing. I've decided, I think the devil hates all Christians. He does. Scripture tells us he comes to kill, steal, and destroy. Last time I checked, you don't kill, steal, or destroy stuff you love. You just don't. So obviously the devil hates us. But I'm going to be honest with you. I think the devil probably can tolerate the First Mile Christians a little bit better. Because the way they work, First Mile Christians, they don't do as much. They don't have as much to say. They're not stepping out and risking so much. They're fine with just staying where they're at, doing the normal, doing what all they got to do to get by, and staying quiet. Those are the Christians the devil enjoys, I think. Those people that get saved and they're like, oh, I just enjoy just being here in the presence of God. That's good enough for me. The ones that the devil can't stand, the ones that's on his radar, are Second Mile Christians who jump out of the boat, step in the water, and say, you know what? I'm going after the devil. That people that don't just see trouble and acknowledge it, they attack it. They see the devil coming after their high school. You're like, nope, not today, devil. Not as long as I'm in this school. That's Second Mile Ministry, guys. When you go further, when you say, yeah, everybody else is going to be at the party, but I'm going to be in a prayer group tonight, praying for those people that they find Jesus. That's Second Mile Ministry. We don't need any more First Mile Ministry, guys. We don't. That's not going to change the world. What's going to change the world, what's going to change the culture is Second Mile Ministries. We go further than we think we can. We step out and go places we have never went before. That's how you change things. That's when the change starts happening. Because here's what's going to, I'm going to be real with you guys. We say, oh, I feel like God really needs to change stuff. That's First Mile Ministry talking. Oh, I really wish God would change things. I wish God would do something. Second Mile Ministry, you say He did do something. He sent me, He sent you, He sent this church, He done something. That's going further than everybody else is willing to go. That's what it takes. Because I'm going to be honest with you. First Mile prayers are not going to save your friends. They're not. It's going to be those prayers where you don't care to get right up in their face and talk to them and tell them where they're at, but love them through it. That's the kind of prayers that's going to save people, guys. The ministry that's going to turn this city upside down aren't the ones that's First Mile. It's the Second Mile Ministry that's going after the people that nobody else wants. It's like, oh, they're too far gone. People say, no, they're just where I want them. God, bring them on in. We want those people. Amen. That's the ministry that's going to change people, guys. That's First Mile Ministry. Until we get in a place where we're okay with saying, the First first mall's here, and that's fine. I'm going to the second mall. We're not going to see the change we need. You're not going to see the personal growth you need trying to live a first mall life. You're not. Because first mall life is doing just enough to get yourself where you need to be. And saying, oh, well, I don't go there anymore. I don't do that anymore. I don't do this anymore. But are you going further than that? Are you going out of your way to make sure that not only you, like, if you change your lifestyle and you don't cuss anymore, that's awesome. But how's your relationship with Jesus? Do you have that second mall ministry where you're going out of your way to, and you miss parties, you miss social gatherings because you want to be at church. You want to be around the presence of God. That's second mall ministry, guys. That's the stuff that changes everything. But here's what scares me about it. Is the thing about the second mall, it's not as crowded as the first mall. It's not. Like I said, the first mall, you got a lot of people in that first mall. We're talking excited about it. It's ready to just, we're in this first mall. You get to the second mall, not as many people is going for it. Not as many people is willing to step out there. Not as many people is willing to go that second mall. And what happens is you get on that second mall and you're living that second mall life. And this is what I see happen so many times in the church. You're doing it. You're showing up for everything. You're volunteering. You're doing everything God's calling you to do. Everything He puts in your heart, you're after it. And all of a sudden you look around and you're like, well, he's not doing that. She's at home right now, and I'm at church working till midnight. That's weird. Well, they're posting pictures on Instagram how awesome everything is at a party, and I'm kind of hearing my world falling apart, even though I'm going out to the second mall. What happens? The second malls don't seem as, all of a sudden it seems like, maybe I should just slow back down and step back on the first mall, because obviously that's working for them. And I see so many people, guys, get to that second mall, that's living that second mall ministry or Christian life. And all of a sudden what happens? They're like, well, nobody else is doing it, so I'm going to step back down. And I think it's one of the most important parts, if you decide to have that second mall lifestyle, guys, is that you realize, go into it knowing that it's not going to be crowded. It's not, you're going to be alone sometimes. You're going to look silly sometimes. I'm sure Ben Pugh has said up many nights saying, man, I am an idiot for being the only one that still believes in this stuff. I'm the only one that's still holding it together. There's a time, guys, and once again, all glory to God, but there was a time when the church that Ben started had less people that's here right now. This is a student ministry, and there were people, they would have killed for this number sometimes. And I'm sure it's really easy to go home and say, man, I can go back to that, the church that I was in. I can go back to that organization, and man, I can fill up all kinds of buildings. I can go back and just do what they're doing. But you know what he decided, guys? He decided the first mall lifestyle is not what I want. I'm going the second mall. I'm going after Jesus, guys. And that's the thing about the second mall. That's where Jesus is. I don't know about you guys. I'm going where Jesus is. Jesus, He loves the first mall. Bless their hearts. But the thing about it is, Jesus loves those second mall people. People that's willing to go past that. And that's willing to, that's willing to lose money and willing to give up vacation days just to be at the church. People that's willing to miss out on, their cool little stuff that everybody else is doing. People that's willing to change their lifestyles. People that's willing to eat lunch by themselves. People that's willing, their friends that once were their BFFs or tell them their Bible thumpers not want to talk to them anymore. That's second mall Christians, guys. That's people that ain't afraid to step up and go where Jesus calls them. That's what we need right now. Everybody's like, oh, all we need is this and this. Oh, this country needs this. This country needs Jesus. And it starts with the second mall. I don't care who gets in office. I don't care who. It doesn't matter until everybody goes to Jesus. That's the answer. That's it. That's the only way we can. We can't do that if we just get one little comfortable line about, oh, I'm doing everything good. Nope. You got to step out there. You got to go for people that nobody else is wanting to go after, guys. The people that you know right now, think about it in your head. There's people at your school that everybody else like, I want to invite them to church. You know what they do? Or, they have a bad reputation. Let them eat lunch by themselves. Whenever you can get up and leave your little clique and go sit at a table with somebody by themselves, and eat lunch with them, ask them how they're doing, that's living the second mall, guys. That's what God's calling you to do. That's when you see change. That's when you say, hold on, there's something different about her. There's something different about him. That's when people will realize that you're living a different life. Because the thing about the first mall is, we live in the Bible Belt, guys. Everybody and their mama says they're a Christian. Oh, I belong to a church. That's first mall. That's first mall. That's the first mall lifestyle. Here's what I say all the time, but showing up here on Thursdays, showing up here on Sundays, that's awesome. But that means you have a schedule. You need a Savior. You get that when you go to that extra mile. When you're willing to put yourself out there for Jesus. Because here's what happens. When you put yourself out there for Jesus, He's going to do amazing things. And then all of a sudden, it's a drug of its own, guys. That second mile, that feeling you get whenever you know you're doing what God calls you to do, even though it makes no sense to anybody else. When everybody else thinks you're crazy and they don't understand why you're doing it, but you do it. You see the blessings pour in. That's whenever that feeling, I can't get used to it. I love it. I want to keep feeling it. And if you haven't felt that, guys, guess what? Maybe you haven't stepped on that second mall yet. Maybe that's the next step for you. You're like, oh, I don't know what my next step is with Jesus. Maybe your next step is to go past that first mall you're living in. Maybe your next step is not to say, oh, I'm right here and that's fine. No, maybe your next step is to say, you know what, Jesus, if you're off the boat, I'm getting off the boat, baby, because I want to be where Jesus is. That's what we need, guys. And if we get there, if we find people that are willing to have that second mall lifestyle, we're not going to see the change we need. And so if I pray anything for this student ministry, let's be honest, right now numbers ain't great, guys. You look around, numbers ain't they're just not. It's summertime. It'd be really easy to say, for you guys, like honestly, like I said, I should be all bummed because, oh, there's only so many people here. You guys sit in this room, decide, you know what, I could be still at home, laying in my bed right now, watching Netflix with my snuggie, watching some, what's cool on Netflix right now? What's the one with the two brothers that hunt monsters? Supernatural. I've been watching Supernatural. But no, you guys decided Jesus is more important. And I know for a fact, I've talked to a lot of you guys one-on-one. I know it's hard, guys. I wasn't a Christian in high school, but unfortunately I'm a Christian in the adult world. It's no different. Those same people that think you're insane and crazy for doing the things you do, like whenever somebody can legitimately talk to you, like one time at work, true story, me and this guy, I'm driving out this hallway and this guy's driving out, right? Well, he is like driving like a maniac and he decides, well, I'm not going to get over enough so my mirror's going to hit your mirror. Cool. So he slams up in park, jumps out, this big redneck tough guy, and I'm like, oh, this is going to be fun. So I put mine on park and I get out, and this guy just starts cussing and yelling at me. And I was like, oh, what I wanted to do, I can tell you, I'll go to church. So I decided, that's living that first mile. That's saying, oh, I go to church and I'm doing this stuff. I'm going to church, but then having a different reaction when life happens. But what I told the guy, I was like, God, I'm sorry. You're right, I'm wrong. You have a good day, I'm sorry. I got back in my vehicle, and if you guys know me at all, oh my gosh, that killed my soul. But that's second mile ministry. That's not just talking about it. Saying we're going to make a change. That's being the change. Because that day in my vehicle, I had a guy that worked with me that is a known atheist. And the first thing he said, he's like, man, I thought you were just going to freak out on that guy. He's like, you handle that so different. I told him, I was like, man, that God you say don't exist, that's what he does. He can take somebody that before would have lost their cool and change them. And by doing that kind of stuff, guys, people start seeing the way you change. People start seeing all this different stuff. And they're like, huh, maybe I should try this first mile. And maybe I should step that second mile. And that's how we get the change. That's how we pull people in. It all starts with you. I know that don't sound fun sometimes, but you are the answer. Jesus done got the answer for how he's going to save Eastern Kentucky, and it's sitting in this room right now. He knows how he's going to save Prairie Central, and it's sitting in this room right now. That's the facts, guys. The next thing we got to do is quit walking in that same little comfortable mall and thinking that this is fine, this is what we need to do, and say, you know what? I'm going the extra mile. I'm going to do whatever it takes. I'm going to show up for every event. I'm going to, anything Ben preaches, I'm going to be at it. Anything that's going on at the church, I'm going to be there because I want to be in the presence of God, guys. And when we get there, when we get on that second mile, then we can see the change we need and not feel in. So guys, you serve a God that's amazing. And what he's called, Scripture, we read it. He wants you to go the second mile. If you're called to go one mile, that's fine. Don't think that's enough. Don't think having a relationship with God on Thursdays is enough. Don't do it, guys. If you're here, this is your relationship with God. When you leave here tonight, I hope that changes. I hope your relationship goes further because that's what he's calling you to, guys. We're going to see the change when we see the second mall. That's it. You guys, make some noise for Jesus real quick, but we start